There are 6 dogs that are part of the native Japanese breeds, and they are Shiba, Kishu, Shikoku, Kai, Hokkaido, and Akita. The focus in this video is the Kai dog, and to start it off, we'll be exploring the origin of the breed. The Kaiken dog, also known as Toa Inu or tiger dog, originated from the mountain-filled region of Kai, so it was named after its place of origin. However, I think it is worth to mention that the region of Kai has been renamed, and in modern day it's called Yamanashi. So traditionally, the Kaikens were used to hunt, and the mountains in their home had a lot of different hunting game, but it's been stated that they were commonly used to hunt suros and wild boars. Because of their strong desire to hunt and their athletic ways, they were good at navigating throughout the forest-filled mountain, and they became excellent climbers. Some even say that they are excellent swimmers as they were following their hunting game across the rivers, but I have read different sources and some say that they're a little bit more cautious to swim too, so I personally believe that this is something very individual. Now, we're going to go through their colors. So the Kai dog has 3 colors that are approved, and they are black brindle, also known as Kurotora, brindle, also known as Shutora, and red brindle, also known as Akatora. Now, as you can see from the brindle, which means the stripe-like fur to put it clearly, this is the reason they are often called a tiger dog, because their fur simply resembles the fur of a tiger. This has the same function as it does for a tiger too. When the Kai dog is hunting through a forest and vegetated land, it will be camouflaged behind and against the vegetation and trees. Just like it does for tigers, it just makes them easier to blend in. The brindle pattern, however, also varies from each dog. Some may have a more distinct pattern and some more subtle. The puppies are usually born completely black, and thereafter they develop their brindle pattern and color. This is a long process though, and they will continue to change for around the first 5 years of their life. As for their personality, I think the most important part is to remember that they have a good hunting instinct. If you are interested in having a Kai dog, then you need to understand the responsibility of owning a dog bred to enhance that instinct. That means that you should keep them on a leash unless you're in a place where you know it's safe to let them loose. But apart from that, how would you describe these dogs? The Kai dog is described as an affectionate dog to its owner and very loyal. But it's also been said that this is a dog that chooses its owner. That doesn't necessarily mean that it would completely reject you, but if the dog has the option to do things with the person they did choose, they would prefer doing just that. They still do the everyday things with the whole family, but the happiness and desire to please is usually detached to one person, their person. The loyalty they have to their own person can even show as jealousy towards their own people, which I personally understand as jealous that maybe you're giving someone else attention, even in the sense of talking to someone else. This could also be an issue if you would ever need to rehome your Kai dog. Because of their loyalty, it is very challenging for them to settle in somewhere else. The Kai dogs are also good with their own family. They know how to relax and to have fun, but they're also very alert. For example, when you have visitors, they will be very alert just so that they know what is going on. If you have children, it's been said that the Kai dog is very mediocre with them. That means that it is okay with them, as most dogs are. And I think if you own a dog and have children close to you, they need to be the ones respecting the dog. Kai dogs are usually not aggressive against humans or other dogs, but all dogs do have their limits. And it doesn't matter what breed it is, it wants to be respected and given enough space. So in my personal opinion, I think the only solution is to never leave children and dogs alone together, because children usually don't understand the dog's body language properly, and sometimes that can cause accidents to happen. These dogs are also incredibly sharp. They are independent, stubborn, and often want to do things their own way. It's also important to keep in mind that these dogs were not bred like working dogs. They weren't bred to work for you. They were bred to work with you. But their stubbornness can also mean that sometimes they're just not in the mood to work. It is possible to motivate them, but they are usually very picky dogs and they want the best rewards. So if they don't feel like the reward is equivalent of the work, then you're not going to be able to do anything. In general, they are also very clean dogs. Their fur is double coated, but usually you don't need to brush it out too often, but I believe that is very individual as well. But when they go through their shedding seasons, it would be good for you to brush out their fur and help them shed it out. And as with any other dog, you need to trim their nails, clean their ears, brush their teeth, and have that general care just like you do for yourself. Since the Kai dog is very rare, There are not enough evidence to back up specific health issues related to the dog or genetic health issues, more than from parents to puppy, of course. Something I find useful to know is that it is a Spitz breed after all, and that does mean that they're more inclined to barking and making noise. This, alongside with their guarding instinct, can sometimes be too much for people to handle. When it comes to the Kaiken and their energy level, they are said to be a little bit above medium. They are usually not couch potatoes, and they love going outside. But since they're also very sharp, they need a lot of mental stimulation to work with their brain too.